Witness testimony in Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial came to a close today after the defense rested its case. Trump's attorneys called only 2 witnesses to the stand after the prosecution rested its case yesterday. After today, the trial is adjourning until next Tuesday for a long holiday weekend. Robert Costa is outside the courthouse in New York City. Robert, good to see you. Trump had signaled that he was open to taking the stand in his own defense. So should we read anything into the fact that the defense team decided not to go there?
Good to be with you. The defense has decided to rest because former President Trump, while he has expressed a willingness to take the stand, is someone who doesn't see a lot of upside, sources tell me, to engaging in that high-wire act of testimony. He would have to testify under oath, and the prosecution in cross-examination would be open to ask him a whole array of questions that would delve into personal matters about his conduct over the past few decades. And that is an endeavor that the prosecution might want to see Trump be sitting there as a witness for, but the defense has concluded it's just not worth it at this time. And sources close to Trump's legal team also tell me they feel relatively good right now. Following the testimony of Michael Cohen, they believe his credibility has been challenged. And you can tell here it's sometimes a challenge to hear each other in Lower Manhattan. It's quite a scene.
Right, you've got sirens, you've got protesters, but we hear you loud and clear. Robert, you mentioned Michael Cohen. He was one of about 20 witnesses that the prosecution called over 2 weeks or so. Why did Trump's attorneys decide to call on just 2 witnesses to testify in his defense?
You saw in the choice of witnesses a real specificity from the Trump side about raising more doubts about Michael Cohen. Bob Costello is a longtime confidant of Rudy Giuliani. He's a member of the Trump orbit. And you see in the calling of Bob Costello an attempt by Trump's defense team to raise questions about Cohen's credibility. Bob Costello testified that he believes Michael Cohen never associated Trump with the hush money payments.
You know, I want to ask you about Bob Costello in particular. His testimony, as you noted, was aimed at discrediting Michael Cohen, who's really a central witness for the prosecution. Did Costello accomplish this? Because his testimony was tumultuous, to say the least.
Costello did raise questions about whether Cohen ever privately linked Trump to these hush money payments. He said that Cohen never mentioned Trump when it came to the hush money payments. At the same time, there might be a cost with having Costello testify, because I was watching the jury carefully inside the courthouse, and it's clear Costello was this seismic moment where he had this confrontation with Judge Juan Merchan, to the point where Merchan at one point dismissed the entire room and said, I need to confront this witness. And he said to the witness, don't roll your eyes, don't in any way start to sigh or mutter about what I'm saying. So for the defense, calling Costello, yes, it raised questions about Michael Cohen, but it also really created a rupture in the courtroom.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch what the jury ends up making of that. Speaking of the jury, the trial's adjourning until next Tuesday after Memorial Day. What's going to happen on Tuesday, and how could this long break, 4 or 5 days, impact the jurors?
You're going to see next week, after Memorial Day weekend, closing arguments, and that this is the final time where the lawyers can go before the jury and try to summarize their arguments and really make the case on the prosecution side that while there may be concerns about Michael Cohen, at the end of the day, he shows that Trump was implicated directly, in his view at least, in these hush money payments. And for the defense, they can continue to say Michael Cohen has stolen from the Trump organization. He's acknowledged that under oath. He can't be seen as a credible witness. And it's really a competition of perspectives on Michael Cohen, who remains the key witness in this case.